it's D&D. You guys go ahead and roll your...
This horrible game design.
Aww.
Yeah.
or whatever else you need to do to get healed up and functional.
Oh, why did I do?
Open the gates!
Also, I was going through your guys' characters today, and Curtis, I'm curious why you only have first level spells.
I do?
Yeah, I mean, you could take second level spells. You have second level spell slots, but all 7 of the spells you know are first level.
I guess because none of the second level spells just appeal to me.
They just didn't call to you.
No.
Okay, so you guys take a moment in this room. You bandage your wounds. You take some time to sit back. God dang!
Wow, Jordan.
4.
Join is healthy.
Woo!
That was 3 natural d8s. 8s on it. Wow.
Yes, they're natural.
They're natural. They're natural.
All natural.
You take some time though to lick your wounds to get healed back up and functional. You're in this room with this trapdoor and this possibly trapped statue that's got a magical aura. There's 2 more bridges you can cross. The question becomes, what do you want to do?
Where's the treasure?
Sorry, I haven't heard anything. I was too busy rolling these 9s.
I asked what you guys wanted to do.
I would like to. I don't know. I don't know this person, so I would like to get out of this room. I mean, I imagine like the trap door would be avoided.
Does anyone have like fire resistance?
Fire? Oh, no.
Didn't we buy a potion?
Did we?
Did we talk about buying a potion?
You guys talked
Oh.
about buying potions of fire resistance. I don't know if you ever actually purchased.
I
How
thought
many
I
health
thought we
potions have we bought?
did.
I don't even know.
Everyone bought a lot of things.
Oh, it's harder to keep track.
Because I have a feeling that we could open the trapdoor, but probably that would cause the fire thing to happen. Whatever
right.
that statue is about.
Yep. So one of us, whoever's fire resistant, will stay in here. I
Tiefling?
think that means Buster.
No,
Wait,
you're
what?
a tiefling.
No.
You're
I
fire
look around like,
resistant.
no, that's not me.
It's you, buddy.
Not me.
I'll spare the dying on you.
And
But you're a
step out of
dragon.
his room.
No way.
I'm gonna cast guidance on you. Good luck, buddy.
Alright, I got this.
No. I'm kidding. Here's what we should do: tie a rope around the hatch, and then we'll all leave the room, and then we'll like pull the hatch open with the rope. Let's play her smart here.
We can try to do that.
Can we all fit outside, like, here?
Yes. Like
Can
this.
we?
Awesome. Let's try that.
Chase, did you
Try-
like us?
Can try some rope to trigger the.
All right. Tie some rope on.
Yeah, there's a couple of people that are standing in the doorway. It's tight, but you can fit there.
And then I'll cast guidance on whoever's gonna make the big pull. And then
I mean, I'll save you guys the time. You pull on you tie the rope where? To the trapdoor?
yeah.
You tie the rope to the trapdoor. Somebody gives it a mighty tug. The door does not budge, but the dwarven statue shoots lasers out of its eyes.
Oh,
You lose another 10 feet of rope.
Oh,
no, hold on. I'm not using my rope this time. I don't know.
It just blasts right at where the door handle is. The room briefly fills with fire. The rope is burnt away. So now you have another 40-foot section of rope. But I to give you guys an idea of how big the ball of fire that fills the room is, it does 22 points of fire damage. But the door does not budge or open.
Yeesh.
Dwarves with lasers on their heads.
Wait, which door?
Laser door.
The trap door in the floor.
Oh, okay. Then-
More forward.
okay, cool.
Well, it's a good thing we
I
didn't.
will go back. I will go back
Yeah.
in and avoid the trapdoor.
Okay.
And I'm going to make a perception check around the room to see if I find like a hole in the wall or some other kind of switch.
It would be like an investigation check.
Okay. Ooh, I got a 5.
You don't see any hidden doors, any tricks, triggers, switches. There's just the big brass ring in the center of the.
I'm sorry,
I've
my mic was
got-
muted and I didn't realize it. Joy didn't do it with. I will.
What?
Okay, great.
You get
My mic was muted.
advantage.
Forgot to turn it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Hey Jordan. So a long time ago, I got this wand that helps me find traps and like doors or something, and I've never used it. But today feels like a good day to use such an item.
Yeah.
What
That'd
are
be a
you doing?
good idea.
Can I use that thing?
No.
Yeah, the door in quotation marks on the floor, the adamantine door,
Oh,
big
you're so.
brass pull lever on it is
No.
magically trapped. If you try to open it, you get
No.
fire shot at you by a dwarven statue.
Yeah.
Of,
Beep.
of
But
no
there's nothing
one
else.
important.
Not that your wand is going to discover.
Okay. Well, that's it. That's the thing.
Awesome.
It's
Well, thank
that.
you.
Can
Thank
I
you, Chris.
can we try to do I get the feeling that if I try to destroy the statue, it'll still pew pew me?
You tell me what
Sounding
feelings you
familiar,
have.
mhm.
Yes.
Well, I'm gonna do it.
Okay,
I don't
I
know
can
how I'm
send
gonna do
glove, go glove, glove.
Can I just
You-
push it over
Send
or
your boy.
something?
you wail on the statue for a few moments. You bear down. It's built into the floor. Bear down on it and try to shove it. It doesn't. You don't even seem to be able to chip the stone. It seems like it's magically enchanted.
Ah, lame. Well,
Can I try to mage hand the door open? Wait, no. Before I do that, I want to make sure that nobody's in the room.
Is it mage hand meant for like light items?
10
It-
pounds.
you could, I thought it was like 200 feet.
No, that's
I mean, 200
that's a different spell.
Mage
Oh.
hand can only move up to 10 pounds.
Ah,
He's thinking of
but-
that same spell that one bard used to fly around on.
That's Bigby's hand. But mage hand, you pull on the ring, the same thing happens. The statue shoots lasers out of its eyes.
Mhm. But it only shoots it like straight and across. It doesn't like shoot it randomly around.
Right, yeah, right
room.
where the statue is looking, which is right as where
Didn't
you
do
have to
anything.
try to open the door. But the door does
Oh.
not budge.
Oh,
Okay.
can we remove its eyes?
Chris whacked it with her swords and stabbed at it and couldn't even chip the stone.
Can
Okay.
we move the statue?
And then she tried to shove it over, and you've seen Chris arm wrestle giant
this
people,
way.
and it wouldn't budge when she tried to shove it.
trying to figure.
Buster's
This
gonna look at
statue.
something.
Hmm.
I'm trying to figure out this statue.
It's a statue.
Yay!
Definitely a statue.
It's well painted. It's the room is 20 feet tall. It's a statue of a dwarf. The dwarf is taller than it actually probably would be. He has a big warhammer, and bright flaming red eyes, long red beard, long flowing red braided hair, painted in elaborate things. Buster finds no buttons, no switches, no triggers. It's just what looks like a door. With a 20 investigation check, what I'll give you, Buster, is you search around the seam of the door to see if there's another way to open the door, to trigger it open. It doesn't seem like you feel no air. There's no passage. There's nothing.
It's a fake door.
No.
You feel nothing circulating.
Cool.
Real fake doors.
Definitely here to
but-
kill us.
Before we leave, I have a crowbar. Can I try to pry the statue's eyes out?
They're not like gems or anything.
Aww.
They're just stone. They're just painted red.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe they were like a different material.
No, it's all. God, I'm trying to think of an analogous, but nobody else is obsessed with ancient Egypt or anything weird like me.
What are you talking about? Of course we are.
Okay, so you know how the Sphinx and Egyptian statues, or even Buddha, statues of the Buddha were painted,
Yeah.
but now we don't see that anymore. It's like that. It's just it's a
Mm.
piece of stonework that's painted in bright, elaborate colors
Yeah.
and then enchanted.
Okay.
So it hasn't been exposed to the elements, thus getting rid of the paint.
Or I mean, Chris hit it with a sword, even to the
You
paint.
had
Magic paint.
So it's just magic.
There are magic paints out there.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah, the pigment of something colors, pigment of something.
Yeah, I had those in a different campaign.
But yeah, it's an enchanted statue, but it doesn't seem to actually like it doesn't move. It doesn't. It like its sole function based on the probably 45 minutes to an hour you guys have spent messing around with it. Seems to be. It seems to be that the sole function of it is you pull on this door and it throws fire at the door, but the door doesn't actually seem to go anywhere.
Cool. Well, let's go. Let's move on to a different.
So we're gonna go back across the bridge.
Yeah.
All right. I high five Chris and I give her jump again.
Cool. Let's go.
Wait! Don't leave me. I don't have jump on
I'm,
myself.
I'm gonna bring you with me.
Doing if you guys want to spin the spell slots, you get back over to the other side.
See. Should we try door number 2?
Yeah, and you hear
Or
a
door
voice
number
as you
3.
start to cross the bridge. You hear Lady Rosnar's voice go, the Black Viper's voice go. Well, that was yes.
Can't be too careful.
But you just hear her voice coming out of space. You don't actually physically see her.
And sometimes that's how it goes when you go down
like-
a dungeon.
Can we do this
like
jump
in-
before the spell wears off?
Yeah.
Jump
Mellow
spell?
dramatic.
Yeah. If you think about it, in
Oh.
one round you could go back and. So yeah.
Can I
okay.
How
Guys,
far is hempen rope go?
It's 50 feet to start with. You now have 2 ropes that are 40 feet.
Can I mend them together?
Okay.
You could, and you can make an 80-foot rope.
You mean 130?
No, because they were 50
Oh.
feet to start with. 2 of them had 10 feet destroyed.
Yeah, so 2 of them each 80 feet together,
Yes.
Yeah.
and
So
then
you can
mine.
make one
would you-
80-foot
would
rope.
you like me to turn your 2 40-foot ropes into a 180-foot rope?
Wait, I never used my rope. I mean, I just had one. I never. I mean,
Also knots are a thing.
Yeah.
Nah, I like mine better.
Mm-hmm.
It's a hand trip for Pete's sake.
Layla, yeah, you could bond ropes together. Layla, but once you're across onto this section of bridge, nothing seems to jump out at you. It's there's another door at the end. It doesn't seem trapped or anything like that.
Well, I open it.
Guidance. Guidance on
Okay.
Chris.
4 suits of rusted plate armor, sans the helmet, size for dwarfs, stand in the corner of this 20-foot high room. Each suit is draped in cobwebs. The room has not been trafficked in a long time.
Oh,
Does
boy.
anybody read Dwarvish?
Oh,
Nope.
wait. I might. There's some odd reason.
If not, I think Curtis knows comprehend languages.
I do.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I don't.
Okay. So
do.
there's Dwarvish runes carved across the floor.
Let me just
I speak the opposite of
translate
British.
this here.
Mhm.
So Curtis, what does it look like when you cast What do you do?
Well, is this written on a wall?
It's yeah, into the wall in the far end of the room.
I just lick my hand and slap the wall.
Okay, so Curtis, smack, and like there's some information that passes between body fluid and stone, something that
Mhm.
gives Curtis an insight.
Mhm.
Curtis, the runes themselves swim in your vision. They rearrange themselves into the common tongue, sort of squirming across the wall in an odd, almost sickening way as they form themselves into something you can read. It says, "You know what? I'll whisper it to you. Hang on, so only you know."
Yeah, joy. Now I get to pop into the secret chat.
Does it
Uh,
say, like,
I
look
could just
behind
send it to you in text, but
Oh, okay. Here,
Oh.
you can put your headphone back in.
Oh.
I understand everything. Can I repeat this to our pals?
yeah, it's just nobody else can read it.
All right. Let me So here's what this cool shit said. I don't know who that is.
Dumathorn.
That I don't know if that would be history or religion.
Religion.
Oh, maybe I do know who it is.
Ooh.
Nope,
No.
I don't.
No, you have no idea.
I'm gonna guidance myself and do a religion check.
Okay.
I can't believe you do.
So you think back to your studies, Layla. Had dwarven gods? Who the fuck? They have so many, and they're all about digging up rocks.
Dirty work. That's what they're doing.
Yeah, they always have dirt under their nails. It's not really.
Yay.
Chris, however,
For some reason.
your parents, because of they lived in a fairly mountainous area, they actually had something of a relationship. Your adoptive parents had something of a relationship with the dwarves in the local area. They actually, in conversations and passing, you heard a bit about dwarven gods. Dumathon is the dwarven god of secrets, things hidden deep and things yet discovered. He is the god of think of it as like the god of finding that one good vein of thrill and following it to its end, but also the god of
Okay.
like intrigue and things that are hidden.
Okay. Well, I relay this to everyone. That dude. Do I see like a statue or something in here that looks like it would be related to him?
Nope.
The most secrety of secrets.
Just the
All secret dumb.
plate rusted and rot with cobwebs.
No helmets. Are they missing pieces?
Just the helmets.
Do I have a helmet?
I don't know.
Can I put my helmet on this guy?
It doesn't really fit. Set it there. Takes you balance head.
Man, you're
And
not.
then
You're cutting out really bad.
okay, nothing happens.
Okay,
Calric looks very nervous.
No.
I take it back. That didn't work, guys.
Maybe it wants a secret to be told.
Do we have to tell it our secrets?
Cowrick, go tell it a secret. I know you got a few.
Ooh. Very scandalous.
I'm okay over here. Thanks.
I mean, we can like close the door or something. Give you some privacy.
Why does it have to be me?
I don't know.
Jesse, it's a
Because
really
Layla
hard
said
level.
so.
But that's not.
Do you have any secrets, Buster?
I think so, but I can't remember. Give me a moment.
Even from you.
Yes, it's so secret.
Double secret.
Oh, that would be so juicy. It would help. Curtis, you must help me remember a secret.
Your favorite fruit is pickles.
My
Tell it that.
favorite food is pickle statue.
There's no statue in this room. Also, no.
No statue.
Well, that was good practice. Will help for the real thing.
Oh, yes. I can already feel a weight has lifted.
Would I think that maybe the statue in the other room that we were in is Dumathon?
No. Dumathoin's depiction is not like fiery head.
Okay.
Dark hair, dark skin, dark eyes.
Okay. Well,
Like a shadow.
maybe that was just a clue for something that's in another room.
That's possible.
Should we move on? Or?
Wow, you
wait,
guys
no,
are real
before we-
unwilling to give any secrets out.
I don't know. Does Chris have any secrets? Do I?
A few.
Okay.
There's lots of stuff that the party doesn't.
I'm just gonna be like, I've got a weird growth on my back.
Oh, from where the octopus like speared
Yeah.
you. And you... Layla, are you close enough to hear this? Is that where you're actually standing?
Yeah, that's where I'm actually standing.
The door is still open.
I don't know.
It's up to Chris if
It's up
she
to
wants.
Chris.
I didn't close the door, I don't think.
Okay. So Layla, you hear, well, I have a weird growth on my back, and Chris, directly in front of you, the floor itself sort of gives way. It almost drops. It falls.
Whoa.
And it sort of like like a Jenga block collapsing, but as it falls away, it falls away into a set of stairs.
Oh, cool. Hey guys, my weird growth opened.
That was a pretty good secret.
Yep.
Whoa.
Oh well, the only person that was close enough to hear it was.
Chris, you want me to take a
Yeah.
look at that?
Nah, it's fine.
Are you sure?
Don't worry about it.
I mean, I could give it a good old
I'm
you
already
know?
going down the stairs.
Okay.
Smell
We'll talk later. And then she like gets out this thing of like wax and starts like heating it up. She's like, "Oh, I'm gonna get that."
Chris, I'll move down to the bottom.
Oh, okay.
And you know, she probably has some sort of thing. I'm coming.
So Chris, as you hit the bottom of the stairs, two things hit you. One is really strong smell in the air, and the other is because you're not trying to be stealthy, you make a fair bit of. The other is a voice that goes.
Hello?
No, just a moment then.
Who?
And then you start hearing like click,
Let me
scrape,
find those surveys.
Run!
click.
Not the
Great.
surveys.
Can I
Scrape,
call
scrape.
which
No,
from?
I forgot to fill them out.
Yeah, let me just move all you guys down. Curtis isn't.
Oh god.
There we go. Okay. Yeah, and the rest of you, as you come down the stairs really quick, you hear like click, scrape, thump.
Can I
Click.
perception check?
Does it sound like a large scrape thump?
No, it doesn't feel. It doesn't sound like a large person.
Does it
Okay.
sound like a cane? 'Cause that sounds
Hello?
like a cane to me.
Kind of like a clan. Oh, just a moment. Well, actually, if you could come around the, I'm.
What? Which corner? Where?
Oh, either or.
Oh, okay. I'll come this
Oh
way.
shit! I'll come with Chris too because I don't want to be on the other corner.
Can I ask
Hello?
a
Hope
mechanics
we're not
question
intruding.
regarding Roll20?
Sure.
I don't know how, but I accidentally opened this box that says input value, and I can't get rid of it.
Just put something in and hit submit.
Anything?
Yeah.
There are
Just
a lot of corners.
to it and hit submit.
We're coming around a corner, but there's a lot of corners.
Oh, just a moment.
This is a dragon, guys.
Oh,
I swear to
Um,
God.
oh, I see someone.
As you
Hello?
turn the corner, as the group begin to turn the corner, I will read the box text. Although deep underground, this vault is lit by streams of sunlight that pour down from the ceiling. So let me turn global illumination on, because you should all be able to. So let me make it.
I can't input anything.
Okay. The sunlight that pours down from
Alright, there it is.
catching motes of dust in their luminous pool. Ornate columns some 30 feet high on the ceiling, which are adorned with carvings of dwarves basking in the presence of their gods. Deep alcoves line the wall. Piled in them is a vast golden trove. There's literally fucking money everywhere.
Hey!
Out of the dusty gloom steps an aged dwarf clutching a staff painted to resemble a pair of entwined dragons, one red, one gold. Despite the dwarf's age and apparent slow moving, his eyes are bright and clear. He looks at you and sort of squints across the group. Goes, "I'm sorry, I wasn't expecting anyone." He motions behind him. As you can see, the place is a mess. Perhaps you should come back later after I've tidied. And then he sort of looks at you. He has fiery red hair that's turning gray, and a long red beard braided heavily, also turning gray, and big, heavy, gray, bushy eyebrows that look like a pair of like caterpillars set on his face, and a deep set, wrinkly eyebrow, so that his eyes are squinty and a little hard to see.
Sure. How long are you gonna need?
He shrugs. Oh, I don't know until I'm done. You can see sort of behind him, scattered about, gems. Big gemstones, little gemstones, just gems all across the.
I mean, do you need some help? Do you want us to help you?
Are you dragon?
He looks around.
Don't ask. That's
Looks at you and goes-
personal information.
He sort of squints at Layla. And a drag.
I mean, that would be very, very, way more attractive than I currently am if I was a dragon. But thank you.
And then he looks at Chris and he goes. And then slowly, like more carefully, drag.
Are you a dragon?
Yeah. I mean, yes, of course,
And
obviously.
He nods and he goes. I sort of believe that. Anyway,
Well,
off
that's
with you
'cause it's
then.
True.
He goes. Anyway, off with you. So.
But we came so far. It took us so long to get down here.
And he blinks and he goes like, well, I'm sorry that you've come to visit at an inopportune time. Perhaps call ahead next time. I hear there's a spell, message, or sending, or something that you do.
Oh, can we get like a rain check then? Can I like make an appointment now?
Cocks his head to the side and he goes,
Tomorrow?
I don't quite know what you mean. Ring check or appointment.
Well,
Mostly I was
no.
trying to get you to leave.
Yeah, I figured,
Quiet.
but you said we could come back, so
Politely.
We figured you might want some company.
And he nods. He's like, no, that's just something people say.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is there more
Oh.
to this place than here? In this room?
He looks around and goes, I don't know. This room seems like plenty enough.
Okay. Well,
Do,
I'll be
do you
going
mind
then.
if we walk around the room? You know, with you in it?
He wants us
You
to
know,
leave.
for
Of course
I mean, but-
come down here into my hole. This is a dwarvish place. Dwarves, none of you are dwarf, and I feel like you're
There-
being rude.
oh, I apologize, but there's.
Why are you
we
down
have-
here? You're not dwarves. You didn't come to worship.
yeah,
Is
but
that what this place is?
here was
Is that what
The-
you are?
guy who embezzled
None
all
of you are
this
dragons,
money.
apparently.
We were admiring
I am.
some of the artwork
What-
here.
what-
We thought it was a museum.
What guy? What money?
You know, the money, and I like wiggle my eyebrows.
Cocks his head to the other side. Sorry, there's no money to be had here. An old dwarven church.
Oh, okay.
There's somebody behind you.
No, there's not.
Yes, there is.
No. There's just you people in front of me.
Here, let me go and grab some and show it to you.
I prefer you did not. Now, as I said, unless you're here to play on other mighty dwarven gods,
Hmm.
Could you tell me about the dwarven gods?
He's
I'm like
going to
really
break his
excited
He's
about.
kind of a religion nut.
I
well
do.
then, and he like sits down and he sits on a stool that you didn't see a second.
I sit on the floor in front of him and listen
Oh,
intently.
You know what? I'll join in on this lesson. This
I also sit on the floor and listen.
Do tell, please.
He starts telling like a grandpa story about like a dwarven god. He starts telling like the history of Doomathoin and how he became the god of secrets, which Chase doesn't know off the top of his head. Let me see.
I thought you were prepared.
He talks about how he's the shield god of, or the god of the shield dwarves. And he, let me see. Telling you how he gives hidden gifts and helps protect from the secret and underlying evil creatures of the Underdark, and he talks for he'll just keep talking. Like you guys start to get tired, Like you're sleepy,
we
your
long
legs are
rest?
falling asleep. He just is talking.
Can we recover health?
You guys want to take a long rest?
Yeah, can
Yeah,
we
let's
take a
take a
long
nap.
rest?
Okay.
Well,
So you
good
guys,
talks.
you guys all fall asleep listening to his story, and then however many hours later, wake up and he's still talking.
Awesome.
I love it.
And he's like, and that's how Doomathon came to birth, Ordiner, the dwarves of the sacred place. Anyway, this is a pleasant talk. I am most happy to have had it, and now that you've had your sleep, apparently, you please get out of my temple.
Yeah, that was
I'm
very
sorry.
pleasant.
Sorry, I
Thanks.
did have a question. You kind of cut out for me earlier. Did he say he was a dragon or no?
He said he
Can I,
just asked other people if they were.
can I insight check that?
Yeah,
I would like to think about this for a minute.
hang on.
Does ASMR exist in Waterdeep?
You can if you wanted to start it. Insight check.
Yeah, can I do a...
It's gonna be a straight charisma roll for him. 17.
Oh, I got 12.
Okay. I don't know. He's a weird looking
Can
little
I-
dwarf. Like he's an
I
odd.
wanna do the thing.
Yeah, go for it.
Yay!
Okay, Kelric, he's suspicious, man. Like the way he immediately deflected away from the question, "Are you a dragon?"
Hmm.
Is like there's no reason for him to do that. There's no reason for him to just not assume that that's a really bizarre question if he's just a dwarf.
Okay, well then I'm going to say, oh gosh, dang it! I was hoping that I could benefit from the wisdom of insert name of dragon that I researched way back when. Here.
Aranox? I don't. Dragons have impossible to say names.
Oh yeah, Arno.
Arno.
Or no, but I guess he wouldn't be in this particular room.
He squints at you, like his bushy eyebrows, and the squint like collapses most of his face, and his eyes disappear, and he goes, "No, there's definitely no ancient, wise, magnificent beings."
Insight
Now
check!
you've had your insight check.
Oh, damn. That was a 23 too.
Oh,
Oh,
come
well.
on.
You can't just keep rolling insight checks on the same thing.
That was a new thing.
You're just trying to see if he's a dragon. It's statement.
Yeah, but the statement.
Layla is undecided.
Oh, you know of him. I was actually hoping to ask him a weird
I don't say
question.
anything.
I've already spoken
Holy
to
guy.
Klaus, but I was hoping.
At the name Clouth, his eyes go wide. First time you can fully see them.
But I was
much
I was
better.
hoping to get a second opinion.
And he goes, "You spoke with Clouth then."
Briefly, you know how he is. He kind of trades and stuff, which I understand. Equal in exchange of information is important, but I don't know if what I did.
He grumbles, but like the noise he makes is deeper and lower than the dwarf's body could physically make. It shakes and like piles of gold rattle down. The room itself rattles a bit, and he says, "Out of all of the Reds, I hate him the least."
He is the only one that I've met. It's kind of hard to find dragons who don't want to immediately eat you, so
Well, then perhaps you would tell me what
you cut out.
actually. Oh, he says, perhaps you should tell me then why you're actually here.
Well, two reasons. I
uh,
was hoping to ask about the same thing because you would probably have more knowledge on it than I currently possess or really know how to ask anybody. This second reason was we were searching for what I think is this horde, but I honestly don't want to cause any trouble.
He shifts in the on his little stool that appeared out of nowhere, and wood creak under his weight. He says, Lord Never Ember asked me if I would come here and watch a large pile of gold and knights and such had come and chased me off my own, and it seemed an honorable deed. And he looks over the group of you and he goes, I can't give you the money. It would be dishonorable. I have a
Steal
task.
money.
Did Lord Never Ember tell you how he got the money?
He shrugs, the dwarf shrugs, and says, Nobles always piles of gold laying around, do they not? The ways of humans somewhat baffle me.
That is fair. It actually wasn't his money. He stole it from the entire city above.
And he clicks his fingers like his nails, the staff, the elaborate dragon staff. All of you guys have. Can I get all of you to just make an intelligence check? Just everybody, because everybody has met this person.
Intelligence.
Whoops. That was safe.
That's fine.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Joyden,
Oh.
Kelric, Curtis, Buster, and Layla. Okay, so Joyden, Kelric, Curtis, and Buster all recognize this as almost identical to the staff that Vajra carries, black staff. It looks just like the dragon staff that allows you entrance into the city of Waterdeep. Entrance into it's the dragon staff. It's identical to her staff of office. His nails click on it, and he says, "The money here is stolen, then."
From my understanding, yes.
Yep.
He looks around a bit uncomfortably, and says, "Well, guarding stolen money is certainly not honorable. What would the lot of you do with it?" And he squints his big, heavy eyebrows down again.
Rightful owner.
I would invest it into a wise place, like
This is not the
giving
time.
it. But I just wanted to promote my shoe business, like Joyden Shoes. We're growing in Waterdeep these days.
Well, currently, if I were in particular shoes, I would want to return it back to whoever it was stolen from. That being said, I don't rightly know if anyone knows who or where all the money was stolen from, like across.
Well, it was like embezzled, right?
Yeah.
So it was probably from whatever
clientele
Ember runs.
The city of Waterdeep at the time.
Yeah.
So
He was the Overlord of
That
Waterdeep.
belongs to the
I
city.
would-
Fucking
I would
see all
want
the
to-
people who live in it.
I would think returning it to the city would be best. However, being in the position that we are in, we recently discovered that there was, and I tell them the story about the kids.
Okay.
And
oh, not your kids, the Castellanter's kids.
Castlers.
Okay.
So I would like to use that to
possess
them,
children.
Give them proper plum.
I don't know how that would help long term.
Also, we owe another dragon some money.
I mean, well, we
He looks at Layla and he goes, "What color?"
Copper, right?
Oh, you
Electrical?
fucking racist.
I think she's blue.
Yeah.
Blue?
No, I thought it was bronze.
I don't
bronze.
remember.
He's
Bronze?
Bronze.
One of the good colors.
Bronze, a good one.
He nods and he's like, he looks at Kelric and he says, "And you have had dealings with Klauth, then?
Yes.
And do you owe him money?"
No. We've been trading information for favors.
He nods and he goes, "Perhaps. Perhaps," and he looks around and he says, "Coin is stolen and I have been fooled in some way.
Wait,
Perhaps you should make a persuasion check."
wait.
Oh.
I have a. Can I
Can
cast
I
guidance
help?
on myself? I have a question
Well, right
for the
now,
dragon.
right now, Kelrick is going to make a persuasion check. You have advantage because other people were helping and you did a lot.
Persuasion is not my strong suit. And I would cast guidance on myself, but I feel like that'd be a dick move.
You can. No, you can.
Yeah, I'm already done.
And I will do that as well then.
We finish round 9.
So roll your d4.
I thought I could click on it, but apparently no. Okay.
It just tells you what it does. 16. He goes. I am struggling.
Can I ask him a question?
He looks over at you.
How about we help you get your treasure back?
He shakes his head and he goes, that would involve killing knights, and I'm too old for that sort of thing. No, thank you, but
we're young.
he
This
shrugs.
is like what we do.
And we kind of like to help people.
He's like, it's not as important as whether or not I believe giving you this money is the thing.
It's to save lives.
If it would help, we might be able to go talk to the Blackstaff and let her know how to reach you. If you want to keep it safe yourself.
So you have some ties with the city.
A few.
Yeah, a little.
Who is the Blackstaff these days?
Vazra?
Petulant young girl.
Just nice. Rough, but nice.
He shrugs.
Should I Google that?
He leans back on his stool a bit, using the staff to hold up his weight, and he says, I'll make a deal. You convince me that giving you money is the honorable thing to do, and that it's the lesser evil, and I'll allow you to take it.
Oh.
I only heard half the question.
He said, convince him that giving you the money is the right thing to do, and that you'll do no evil, and he'll allow you to take it. And he does clarify the gemstones here; those I'll be keeping.
Yeah, you can have those. That's fine.
Snacks are important.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He nods.
Would you like to hear a story?
He nods.
About some of the deeds we've done, perhaps.
Kelrick looks nervous.
He nods.
Well, there was that time when we like assisted the city investigators trying to find the stolen stone and stuff. That was a pretty cool thing that we did.
You've also guarded the street sweepers while they were trying to do their protected them from a horrible monster out from.
We adopted orphans.
Yeah, we tried to.
We've got 3 orphans living with us now.
Did we ever resolve the scarecrow thing where farm animals were?
No, we found the person that
mostly.
Mostly.
Okay. Yeah, and I just kind of start.
You try to lay out all of the good deeds that you have done. And he's like, and this money, it would help you further your good intentions.
Well, I don't think we're gonna keep most of it, right?
So
we won't keep more than we need.
Chase is the dungeon master to ask, does anyone actually actively have ill intentions with this giant pile of money?
Nah. I don't think Chris even wants any of it, really.
I think what I would not want to know is what he considers evil intentions.
I don't know.
I personally am only going to do good.
you as the player can decide what that means, Uzochi. Okay. Are you going to use it to raise an army and take over a country, or are you going to use it to make shoes?
Yeah. Does this also involve Invisible Lady?
Well, I think
you don't know.
Well,
people would not
we
be
owe
cool.
her part of the money, so part of us getting the money out of here.
I was actually thinking.
Casually.
Did I lose everybody?
No, we still hear
No,
you.
we hear you.
Yeah, we're here.
Oh, okay.
Um,
The invisible lady is just being invisible.
Okay. No, I didn't know if like the dragon could smell her or something.
I would
If he hasn't made mention of it.
probably mention the Asmodeus cult
Aspen.
and how it's wreaking havoc on the city and how we try to work on getting that
yeah.
squashed out, but there's still
You know.
Yeah, and giving some of the money to the castle lanterns. Castle lanterns will release them from their bargain. With
Do you guys actually
think,
plan on
hopefully.
giving the Castellanters their 250,000 gold pieces?
I don't know.
Probably not.
I mean,
But it would be a
I
good
do, but it would be
deed.
under the stipulation that I actually saw the deal go down. I wouldn't
And
just give it to them
interest.
blindly.
Yeah, they owe us money now. Or we'll take their children. Just kidding.
Can't just be stealing other people's children.
Can we
I mean,
just...
we've done it once already, basically.
I mean,
Those were street children. They were their own children.
I'm pretty sure we should
They're
just...
saving them from
We
themselves.
took them from themselves.
Yeah, we should probably just take their children.
No.
I don't
okay,
think us
so
taking them would help their issue because I think that
I
that's
think
like
they're still
permanent.
cursed even if we take them. So
out of
No.
character, I think that they would fuck us over because they're rich, they have a lot of money, they're probably vampires, they have a bunch of demons. We'd better just give them the money and leave them alone, if you ask me.
Did
They may use that money to fund more vampires.
Oh.
did we ever
Vampire farm.
actually ask them if that was really their son, or did we kind of just believe them?
they looked pretty sad about it.
They have. I asked. They had paintings of them and their children on the walls, and we'd met them before they actually said these are our kids.
It seemed real believable.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that, maybe we should just put their stone back and then have no evidence that we took it in the first place. Because
They
it's in
already
their house.
know.
But then it'll be in their house.
Right.
Of all
Yeah.
the things that they said they do, which was not anything really. They never said we're gonna sick the cops on you.
Arnox, the dwarf, says, you seem to have drifted off topic.
Yeah, a little bit. Sorry, that happens.
It's
Well,
kind of a
but yeah,
But
no ill intentions with the money.
yeah, we will use the money to fund good deeds. I think is what we're trying to say.
Okay, I will allow somebody to make an additional persuasion check
It should not be me.
Not me.
with advantage.
Yeah.
There you go. Natural 20.
Didn't have to be me.
Hey, shit. Okay, he goes.
You get like a heavenly glow around you a little bit.
He looks.
Trust
he
me.
looks. He looks around the room and he says, "Well, it's not doing anyone any good sitting down here. It's going to be heavy."
We can take a small amount and then get a bag of holding. And
50,000 or 500,000 gold pieces weighs roughly 10,000 pounds.
Ugh.
Cool.
A bag of holding, it would take you dozens of trips.
I don't know. Can we get like a dump truck?
Yeah, it's you could. I'm just letting you guys know it would take a lot of time to get all of this money out of this room.
Yeah.
And he
Holy
goes,
shit.
he goes,
Where is-
it's a shit ton of money. He nods and he says, "Fine, then. You may take the money. Return as much of it as you want to its rightful owner. Do what you see fit and what is right with the rest."
We will. Do you want
Thank
like a
you.
status update or something later?
Do you want to live in our house?
Shakes
No.
his shakes his head and goes,
Layla,
Come live
stop
with us.
inviting people to live in our house.
Come
I
live with
sleep
me
in
in my room.
I'm slowly getting pulled off camera by a dog. He shakes his head and says, "I suspect I will not stay here much longer. I've had enough of dealings with you."
Oh, well, I hope you
But I'm
find
not
your
human.
lord.
Well,
one of the
if
good
you'd
ones.
like to see
Technically,
another
you are.
dragon, there's a young up and comer in the bay.
He shrugs. "Well, if you'll excuse me then," and he starts walking out. The
Oh,
Wait, wait.
can I ask
staff
you a
clicking on the floor.
question?
He looks over.
Can we talk about over there?
Secret time.
Sure. You want to go down to the secret chat?
Yes, please.
I want to listen
No.
in.
Can I listen in? I'm gonna sneak.
Nice.
I'm gonna listen.
Oh,
I'm gonna listen.
Can I?
Cog
Wait,
tab.
Listening.
I want to listen in.
Burrito.
Hey, I'm good at those. Wait, sleight of hand. No.
Yeah, sleight of hand.
They both look the same.
Drag. He's gonna see you guys. Come on. He's a fucking dragon. Get out of
No,
here.
I was
Stealth
willing
enough.
to sneak from Eric.
The dragon is gonna see you and tell you to F off.
Oh.
Yeah,
Crying
don't
out
try
loud.
to mess with him, okay?
Hang
We're
on.
gonna get incinerated.
His passive perception is higher than any of you can physically roll.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
I
Well, that's
have
good.
something I
That-
must do after you're done.
then we can think about how we're going to get out this gold. Because yeah, walking several trips from here is not a good idea. People notice.
So I'm thinking what I should do is definitely seduce the dragon, guys.
Go for it, Layla.
You can
Do
try.
it.
I would love to.
Definitely want to try that. Although I already rolled my natural 20 trying to get us the gold, which means we're gonna be screwed. Because I might not roll.
One of us will be screwed. It's either you or everyone else, or all of us. We could go sideways real quickly. Luckily, the only thing we all need to worry about though is where that Rosna person is. She's been gone for a while and stays invisible. So I
Yeah.
want to try
Maybe
to
the
see if
dragon
she-
can sense her.
Maybe, but
Mhm.
still, there's the fact of what are we going to do to get this out of here? Because if the dragon leaves, then anybody can just come and take it. So she
Well,
knows
I
how to get
mean-
here.
There are like they're like safeguards to keep people from just waltzing in here, kind of. There's that.
Yeah, safeguards that nearly killed us.
Yeah.
Why
You're
don't
saying
we
that-
just have the dragon stay here, pretend like this is his home for a few days, and we'll help him move. We're movers. We're moving the gold to his new
Alright.
home, which is outside these walls. But he has to stay here so he can move. Otherwise, we just need to figure out how to get the gold.
I know. Does anyone are any of us high enough level to know like a teleportation spell or something?
No. Not me. It's
I'm
not in
still
my
on the
realm.
floor.
I love
I
watching
just
Kat
stabbed
make
it.
faces. Well, I can't hear what she's saying.
Right? Oh god. This is just making it more exciting. Oh no, she's concerned? Oh god. Concerned? Hmm. Can bend him over. Oh god. The sounds I'm hearing. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Secrets. They have some secrets.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of secrets.
Apparently. Oh wait. Wait.
We're done.
I want to bone the dragon. Persuasion for boning.
Fuck off.
23.
He's leaving.
No, I want him to, yeah. Hello. You
Make
want
a
to?
wisdom saving throw.
It's all that experience.
You want to have sex with me? Do I get to use my
Gonna do it.
my
You gonna
guidance on
do
that?
Absolute mad woman.
Yeah, sure, you can use guidance on it.
1d4. I got a 14.
There's a moment where you're like, wait. Like you're trying to shout out that you want to bone him, basically, and he turns and looks at you with a hateful glare.
Oh.
And the size of him seems to swell to fill the chamber, and this presence ripples off of him, and you get this sudden sensation, this feeling of the age and weight and size of the creature that you've just spoken to, and suddenly realize what you've said is a very bad idea, and that angering him would be a horrifying prospect. Because this is a being that is aged beyond age. Conceptually, it is older than you can think of. And size-wise, even though it looks like this little old wizened dwarf, size-wise, you can feel the weight of it pressing down on you. You were frightened of him, which means you have to run away.
I'll just be over here.
So Layla just begins to move away from. Clink clinks his way out of the.
Bye.
She realizes as she says that, she's like, oh my god, his dick could be bigger than me.
Yeah, I realized that I would be the kids in a sandbox in this situation. That did not sound great. Don't Google it.
Okay, one god.
That doesn't even make sense.
I would be the thing that you stick in his thing. That's the size of me compared to his stuff.
He leaves, and you're left with. He gathers up the jewels that are laying about, and leaves you guys with mountains of gold.
Wow.
So we gonna count this?
Why bother? Honestly.
I mean, I will tell you.
It would be easier to weigh it.
It's 500,000 gold pieces / 10,000 pounds of gold.
Ooh,
Cool.
that's heavy.
Are there? So is it only gold pieces? There aren't any like statues or
No, it's literally gold
like, art
dragons,
pieces.
golden coins, just
Oh,
piles and piles of
So-
gold coined.
How much did the
Half of this.
half? Dang it.
Half, 250,000.
And we already promised a bunch of people a cut of everything else.
Right.
10%, no, 7% to Lydia Esfel.
Mm-hmm.
1,000 gold. The dragon,
Yeah.
and 500 gold pieces to Bonnie.
Yeah.
But we still have a shit ton of money left.
So you guys can
Yeah.
do the math.
Okay.
240,000.
Chris is gonna try and pick up the 1,500 that we need to pay off the dragon and Bonnie,
Okay.
and I'll just hold on to that, I guess.
I mean, even 1,500 gold pieces is like your backpack is full of.
Yeah, that's
Well,
fine.
So weird idea.
Yes.
We could not move all of the money and then just move half of it.
50
then-
coins. 50 coins weighs a pound.
Ooh.
So 1,500 divided by 50 is 30 pounds of gold.
Oh, that's not so bad.
How many
and
away?
we could just take half of it and then just tell them where it is.
They have to just
Yeah.
kind of get past some weird murals and they'll be okay.
Yeah. Well, my plan is.
I mean, I think
take-
one of us should stay here anyway because
Your carrying capacity
you know,
is
we
your strength multiplied
don't
by
want to
15.
leave this unwatched.
Yeah, probably. Well, they're the guards up above. The guards that what's her face hired.
Yeah, but what's her face hired them?
Yeah. Well, it's
She
gonna take
appears in the middle of the.
7%.
She appears in the middle of the room, and yes, I hired a set of guards that will loyally protect the entrance. This money is yours. I will take my percentage, and I can leave the guards behind.
That is
Can I make an
very nice of
insight
you.
check?
Sure. Yeah, I mean she's
With
literally
advantage.
She's literally wearing a fucking mask.
With advantage.
I'll take the
A 14. I mean, she doesn't seem to be lying. She has yet to try to screw you guys over. Like nothing...
like we negotiated out a pretty good deal, I thought.
I know it's true. I just always expect
So.
bullshit at this point.
And she's
Well,
like,
she's more trustworthy than the castle lanters.
That's
Yeah.
I would hope so.
I
Those
still
are
don't trust them.
devil worshipping filth, to say the best.
They
Did
do.
you
do
hear
that
the
thing.
story? Did you hear the story about them selling their children to Asmodeus?
Well, I think I told.
She shakes
the
her head,
dragon
and then
about
she
it.
says, "No, but I've had my suspicions."
What do you think we should do? Do you
to
believe
throw,
them?
To throw back, you guys were very suspicious person when you guys stole the Stone of Galore.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she was in there.
She says, the Castellanders, I don't believe anything they say. In the circles we travel in, you don't recover from the debt they were in that quickly without a bit of help.
Yeah,
But, as I said, I will take my percentage. I can leave the guards. I'm going to retain possession of the tower.
I mean, this would be a great place to hide stuff.
She sort of shrugs, and she says, and in my side gig, it's not a terrible idea to have a place to hide things. The money here is yours to do what you wish. And she flips open the, like, Indiana Jones style messenger bag that she carries. She just starts putting gold in it.
Oh, are you just gonna carry it out by hand like that?
She cocks her head to the side and she
Pretty
goes...
heavy.
She takes one of her fine velvet gloves off and holds it out to you, Chris. Her hand, not the glove.
Handshake.
No, like flat, palm up.
Low five.
Just high five.
And she just looks at Chris.
I just kind of stared. I don't know what you want from me.
She looks at you. She goes, "Hold it."
Oh. So I
That
do.
hand looks really heavy.
You take her hand, and she has calluses on her hands. Her hands are rough and thick.
Well, no, I don't mean like I don't doubt that she can. I just think it'll take a long time.
And she goes, "Do my hands feel like someone who's not used to getting dirty?"
I mean, I just mean it'll take a while.
Okay, and she takes her hand away from yours and goes back to put it back.
I also start putting money in my bag.
Samesies.
Because, yeah.
And like, Chris, as you pass by her, you hear her mumble something about the way you smell, but like in a positive way.
Oh.
Ooh.
You don't catch the whole sentence. Yeah, exactly.
Why is it good things?
She's into it.
Yeah, kind of.
Ooh. What can I do with a ritual? Let's see. Can I?
And she goes, "If you excuse me, I'm gonna go find my way across again." And then she pops a cork out of a silver vial, drinks it, vanishes. But you can hear the gold like. She begins to make her way out of the room.
All right.
Okay, bye.
Who wants some bull strength? Who wants to
I'll
carry
take
more
it.
stuff?
Wait, will it?
Oh, absolutely.
Will it give me like?
Susie, we need to start coordinating. I keep taking spells other people already have.
How does it work?
So, for future note, Lady Rosnar, the Black Viper, will not take more money than she was. So she will take the 7% she was promised.
Okay.
Okay, I'll take bull strength. I think I'm probably the strongest of us here.
Okay.
So
I think Curtis might be the closest.
Carrying capacity will double.
Yeah, like just raw stats wise, I think Curtis is the second strong party
I mean,
member.
it's
oh, okay.
No, I'm sorry, not Curtis. The other one, Buster.
Who, me?
Buster Strongboy?
Yeah, Buster is a jacked ass little fucking dragonborn.
Hey, Buster! You want to carry more loot?
Yeah, Buster's strength is an 18.
No, he's stronger than I am.
Wow.
He's stupid strong.
But I'm very dexterous.
Lay it on me.
aw.
So
Yeah, you just kinda-
the reference I always use is like 10 is absolutely average. 10 is average strength. So like your average person is a 10. So an 18 would be like like a professional athlete strong.
What?
Yeah, like Buster is just like just all fucking muscle.
Ooh.
Buster, I've never seen this side of you before.
Just put it all over me. He stretches his arms out so that you can load shit on him.
He's
How
just
do
gonna
I
freaking,
know how much
it's
I
gonna be a
can
ball.
carry?
Yeah,
I mean, we will.
he's stout. He's a stout.
There's a way to calculate carrying capacity. I'll look it up later. We will just say you load yourselves up with gold so that you're carrying enough that you can still move normally, but you have a shit ton of gold.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not over encumbered.
Also,
Yeah, exactly.
Holy
I
shit.
want, I
Although
want
we
to
could
take
pass.
my enhanced rope, my very long grappling hook now,
Okay.
and try and like anchor it somewhere so I can just descend down it, like
I need
off
to
of
find
the
a way
bridge.
to just like fling you at
Oh,
people
okay,
like
sure.
a cannonball.
So we
So,
don't have to
The
jump
plan is to
every
just
time.
literally as much money as you can carry. Right? That's what we're doing right now.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. So as much money as you can all
Oh.
carry, you guys load up into your various pockets. You fill your pockets, your backpacks, your gear, your carrying pack. You dump out like little trinkets and things in order to carry as much and Keller can carry a fuck ton.
Well, I was gonna say I'm gonna give myself enhanced strength and pick up like as much as I can, and then turn into a dog.
Okay.
Ooh,
So
sled dog.
the gold disappears into your form. So yeah, you guys
But dogs can't
have
climb ropes, Kelric.
this is a conversation you can have before Keller turns.
Well, it's too late. Like once I get to the bottom, I'll take off my pack and I'll come grab Kelric, I guess.
Okay.
I mean, technically, you could just like put your 80-foot rope on me and then lower me down. Get help.
That's true. I
Aw.
could lower you down first.
So Keller, do you want to be in dog form when you guys get back to the?
Yes.
Okay. Let me get.
Be like Toby.
Bishay. Keller is a dog.
Did we decide if any of us should stay?
Apparently, the guards will watch the door.
Okay.
Yeah, we got guards. It's fine.
Okay.
When you guys get back to the entrance, to the exit to the Vault of Dragons, laden with gold, it rattles as you walk, brimming with joy and brimming with money. Thousands of gold pieces stashed across your physical forms. When you get back to the door that you came in through, the one where you had to perform the play and have specific keys to open, the door itself is blocked. You find a row. Let me put them on the correct layer. If you guys just scroll over to your left, you should be able to see.
Do that.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, hello.
You find individuals in long red robes, hoods flipped up, golden seven-pointed stars dangling from
Ah, dang
necks.
it.
Uh-oh.
Fuck.
As a group of individuals block the way. In the back of them, at the far end, you can see a tall figure, burly, heavy, a bow of large size strapped in one hand, a long
Hey!
sword strapped to the other, as Zaraj the hunter, the hulking half-orc, with a wicked sharp-toothed smile, says, "I think you guys." Wait, how does he talk again? You have something that belongs to us. Perched on his shoulder is a black crow, bigger than an average crow, something that sticks out to Buster. Has he seen it pecking outside of his window multiple nights? The crow itself is just sort of sitting on Zaraj's as he stands there smiling, and then suddenly flittering past the crow's shoulder, banging into it hard, is a little brown, dull-colored sparrow. This little bird attacks the other bird. The two of them tangle up and combat and flitter off. Raj looks confused at it for a moment, and then you hear a whistle come from behind Zaraj. And then you hear someone turns the corner. You see, it's hard to see past all the people, and Zaraj, who takes up a big space. He's huge. But you see a big floppy hat, and a voice goes, "You're under arrest." And then we need to roll initiative.
Yay!
Wait, who's under arrest? Not me.
Oh,
Everyone. We're all
anybody that
under
can get
arrest.
out here.
Probably all of us.
Oh fuck! I gotta look. I gotta get.
Cheese it.
I did a bad one.
Cheese it! It's the cop.
Cheese it, it's the cops.
I can't Google my fucking character's name. Hang on.
Finn?
Yeah, where do I have his character sheet? It's on D&D Beyond.
D&D Beyond. I heard banging.
Where's investigation? No,
Spanking.
inspiration. No, initiative. That's the word. Found it.
Sign in.
Initiative.
Right. Creations, my characters.
Cheese
Put this
it,
in
it's
another
the cops.
tab. My characters.
And to think, Layla, you wanted to bang that the whole time, and he's on the 7-pointed star team.
That son of a bitch!
Oh, fuck.
+2, okay.
I think Layla's got some righteous fury going.
I think Layla's about to smoke these bitches.
Ooh.
Smite them
I
bitches.
will help you.
Buster.
12.
Nobody does my girl dirty.
That's right. That's right. I got this, Buster. Y'all bitches
Get
is
'em,
fucked.
Buster. Get mad.
Get him. Hulk out. You've got that bull strength on you. You're gonna be real pissy. Real strong, boy.
Right. And I've got like 270 pounds of gold on me to help.
Oh my god, just drop it on someone.
Okay,
Chase, does the bull strength also stick to the dog form whenever I shift?
yes.
Ooh.
Dog boy, strong boy.
As a
So,
strong dog.
I'm ripped. You
did,
could say I'm rough.
Curtis, you get to go
Wow.
first.
Do. And boop. Can I just move close?
What is this?
Can I sleep?
You're gonna cast sleep for 27 hit points worth of creature.
Nice.
This guy falls asleep.
Hey, so we don't
This
have to
guy
fight,
falls
guys.
asleep.
I'm sure there's a solution for all of us.
This guy falls asleep. So 3 of them, ones with long knives drawn, look over at Buster as he rushes. Curtis. God, I keep getting you guys back. It's because you're on the same camera. Looks
Sorry.
over at Curtis as he rushes forward, and then they sort of sway in place, and then just lean up against the nearest wall as they slump down asleep.
Aww.
Twister, get him!
It's
Ah!
sad.
Here I come.
Layla.
3 more turns.
Spiritual weapon, go!
Oh man, we got lipstick now. Hang on.
Put that lipstick out.
Little
I want to put it out in
Speaking
front
of sexy.
of this fucker.
Right in front of Zaraj.
Yeah, you fucking.
He's got his. He whipped around to face the floppy hatted fellow. To face Finn. And grumbles. You can hear like an angry growl come down from deep within. A 16 does not hit. So the spiritual weapon swings. He just sort of leans aside and never breaks eye contact with McFloppy Hat.
I would also like to do Sacred Flame.
Against who?
Against Siraj.
Okay. Dex saving throw.
For
Right.
one.
You've been rolling a lot of ones tonight.
Mhm.
21.
Okay. He's
So no effect.
no effect.
Okay, so he just sort of sways back and forth to dodge your spells.
I would like to move.
Go for it.
I would like to move. Let me see. Add a line of sight. Over there.
Okay. Which makes it Finn's turn, and you hear Finn's voice that shout out, "Despite my bravado, I will help." And then he runs at Zaraj.
I'm here still. I just don't want to get hit with anything flying yet.
gonna cast Hunter's Mark on Zaraj.
Yikes.
So we'll put that on Zaraj. So I remember he has Hunter's Mark, and then you see Finn's old worn cloak flip back behind his back, and his hands disappear behind his back. And as he slides forward, a pair of blades whip out. He's going to use his short swords. So first attack is +5. Hits. And it is a d6 plus 5 plus a d6. So 2d6 plus 5. Boop. Nice. So 15. Okay. So Finn comes back up on flash 2 dancing strikes at Zaraj. Zaraj reels back, sort of throws his bow to the side and begins fumbling for his big, long, curved falchion that he wears at his hip. Finn's blows, though they land, do not really seem to hurt Zaraj much. They mostly bang off of his armor. Joyden. It's your turn. Uzi?
He's frozen.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Well, come back. Buster. I got the right one.
Okay.
No, that's hard.
Oh,
So
I
let's
see
see.
him moving, but voice not there.
Joyden, we don't hear
Oh,
you.
I'm sorry.
There you
There we
Sorry.
go. Go ahead and take your turn.
All right. Yeah, I want to shoot at Zaraj with frostbite. Since he's fighting someone else, might help.
Yeah, you'll get sneak attack.
Wait, I just read that.
A 9 does not hit. It just
Oh.
shatters off of Zaraj's armor.
I guess I need to wait a little longer, and then I
Do you want to
step
move?
over. Yeah, I step over here.
Okay. Then it is Buster's turn.
I'm going to
Get him, Buster.
go glab glab. I want my little
Ray
friend
just went
to
Inspector Gadget.
go glob.
Okay. What do you want him to do?
I want him to hit Zaraj.
So you just want him to use his stinger on Zaraj?
Yeah, but
Okay. Okay, so Buster's hat deflates. Brr. And this creature puffs into existence in front of this little imp, this little monkey with a stinger tail and leathery bat wings, and the stinger tail snaps out at Zaraj. For 7. Zaraj leans to one side, almost like he knows it's coming, and it flits past him. He swipes behind him with his sword and cuts the arrow from Joyden out of the air. And his focus, his attention, his hatred, you guys can feel it from here, is just focused on Finn. Chris.
Me. I'm gonna run up to this dude. I'm gonna
Okay.
start stabbing.
Okay, he's in the middle of incanting spells. Go for it.
Yeah.
An 18 will definitely hit. A 23 will also hit.
Roll 20. Oh, I was clicking the wrong thing.
Oh, I have a cool handout for what they look like.
Oh, hey.
10 points of damage.
Ooh, I like his skull knee pads.
whoa.
Do you want
Very
to?
hip.
Those are baby skulls.
Do you want to
Definitely
add any?
God.
Do you want to add any
God.
spice to that,
Very
Chris?
edgy.
yeah, I might as well.
Okay.
I'm gonna trip him.
So an extra 6 points of damage, and he has to make a strength save.
Yeah.
Boop. Sure. Oh, that's Dex. Less than 10. So he is prone.
Cool.
So Chris runs forward, flits out the pair of rapiers. The cultist slings forward with his dagger. Chris, you agilely parry it off to the side, stab him quickly with a flick in the shoulder. As he tries to parry off another blow, you sort of feint, slash down. and cut across the back of his knee, and he collapses to the ground. So we'll put that spider web on him. And is that your turn?
Yep.
Okay, he's on the ground, like he's on one knee. These guys are unconscious. Unfortunately, it's Zaraj's turn. Here's hoping he doesn't kill my character.
No.
2 attacks with his 3, sorry. 9. So Finn dodges back, crosses the swords over, parries Zaraj's curved blade down. Zaraj rips it upwards, headbutts at Finn. Finn nimbly rolls out of the way, comes back up and slashes back. And last attack. 14. Finn, what's your AC? It's higher than that, right? Come on now. Nope.
No.
10. So.
I don't think. Are you sure it's 10? Doesn't sound right.
No, he takes 10 points of damage.
Oh, I thought that you were saying his armor was a
Finn's
10.
AC is, yeah, it's not super high. He wears leather armor. So Finn dodges the headbutt, but it's a feint by Zaraj. And as he leans forward, Zaraj slashes forward. Finn tries to parry it away, but the impact of it's too much, and he gets cut across the side of the face. These guys are conscious. Chris, the one directly in front of you, uses his movement to stand up. And then I need you to make a wisdom save.
Wisdom.
Yes.
I'm not very good at those.
The DC
I'm ready when you are.
is
I'm ready.
Okay.
11, so you pass by 1.
Hey.
So you cancel the spell, tells you to release your hold, but you grip down tighter on your blades, grinning at him. Another one is going to cast another spell at you. I need you to make another wisdom save.
Stop. You guys, cut it out. Oh.
Okay.
Well, I
You
didn't
grip
make that
down.
one.
You grip down on your blades, and you feel that tension in your muscles go up your hands, up your forearms, into your and your whole body.
Oh.
The last one finishes in his incantation, and a wicked whip of flame appears and flashes at Chris, but it's 12. So even with advantage, it doesn't hit you. Lashes out, rakes across the back of your armor, cuts a score in your armor, but does no damage to you physically. Kelric.
Can I do something cool cinematically?
I don't know.
Because I kind of want to run forward and like jump over Chris's back as he wilts to jump on this guy.
You will take an attack of opportunity.
No. Will I have to take an attack of opportunity no matter...
Actually, if you land here, you won't take an attack.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay, and which one are you biting at?
The... I guess I'll go for the one that Chris is attacking.
Okay, go for it, yeah.
And then...
So you run forward, run up Chris's stiffened back, leap over the cultist's head, land by
Bite at his ankles.
But yes, and then teeth gnash at him. Go ahead and make your attack roll.
Okay, and I get advantage on it because tactics.
19 hits.
Yay!
For 10, and he has to make a strength save.
Bite at his ankles.
But your strength is doubled because you still got full strength.
That doesn't make a difference.
Oh.
He got a 9. He is prone again.
He's gonna gnash
So he jumps up, slashes at Chris, misses as Chris parries it away. Chris seizes up. He smiles wickedly at you, Chris. Goes to rear the weapon back, and you feel something thunk thunk across your back, and then he just gets ripped down to the ground again by this massive dog. It's just shaking him back and forth. Curtis.
Make sure he didn't get up again easy. Break his ankles. Wait, is a bite a strength check?
It's not a check, no.
Or well, it's bite strength is because
It's strength based, but it's not a skill check.
Yeah,
so
okay.
bull strength doesn't have any effect. Whom are you trying to charm?
guy asleep in front of me.
Can you ping it? Can you click and hold on whoever it is?
It's right in front of me with this blue dot.
You have to hold down.
The dudes with the blue dots are asleep.
There's
That guy's asleep already.
Yeah, I'm dissonant whispers.
Oh, okay.
But
You're
if
gonna
he
wake.
just whispers, he'll wake him up.
You're gonna wake him up.
Don't wake him up.
But he's gonna
Wake
take
him
a.
up. Don't wake him up.
He's gonna take a fuck ton of damage though.
That's fine as me.
Okay.
That's some time.
Wisdom save. I got a 9. That guy has some sort of horrible nightmare. So terrible, in fact, it kills him.
No.
he just seizes on the ground. He begins to speak, and his mouth foams, and his eyes bleed, and then he's just dead.
Oh.
Shit. That's a hell of a thing you just did, man.
I like to imagine that you literally go up and lift his and whisper something in his ear. Yeah. And the party sees you pick him up by the chin and whisper gently in his ear. And then as you let go, he begins to have a seizure. And his eyes and ears and nose bleed and his mouth foams. And he flops around on the ground and then just goes still.
Whoa.
And this is added to the fact that Curtis has never really cast an aggressive spell or done anything that's damaged anybody. When fights break out, he tends to sort of wander off.
Yeah.
And in this moment, he just walks up and says something to someone, and they die.
Fuck.
Layla, you're gonna need wings.
Shit.
I'm gonna need wings. Because, I drink a Red Bull and then I get my wings.
Layla pops the top on her Red Bull. I can't find
She
them.
doesn't even drink it. She just I have this.
I know they're animated.
Radiant Soul. I would also like to move some.
Yeah. I don't know where the fuck I don't
Curious
remember what
feet.
token those are. Okay.
Then I would like to do my Sacred Weapon on Zaraj again.
Go for it.
And then
your wings are a bonus action or an action?
it's an action.
Okay, then you can use your sacred your weapon.
My weapon. That's all I can do this turn.
He dodges out of the way again. It seems
Oh!
very quick. Which makes it Finn's. He's gonna sword again. How many attacks does Finn get? I'm pretty sure he has the extra attack feature. Horde Breaker, extra attack. So it's 3. So I get 2 that are like this. Oops. Wrong bracket. Miss. Hit. And then the last one's with his regular sword. Miss. So then he does. Oh, I need to. Finn took damage last turn. I actually need to make a concentration check. Okay, holds on to his spell. Okay. So Finn and Zaraj are still swording at each other. Joyden.
I am going to attack this other person staying here. Do I have to make a stealth check beforehand to try to get sneak attack on?
This guy is engaged in combat. You would get sneak attack on it, but you would have disadvantage on the ranged attack because he's prone. You're not gonna get sneak attack on anybody else except Zaraj. Oh, you could get sneak attack on this cultist because the fucking imp is in melee with him. So is the dog.
Wait, who's the imp?
It's
It crawls out of Buster's hat.
Oh! I thought it was like I was thinking
It's
it was
it's a little demon monkey that lives in Buster's hat.
Mm-hmm. And it's got some
Oh, I've seen
feathers
this
here and
before.
there.
Yeah, I'll take this one. The one that's not prone. But
That one?
yeah.
Okay, cool beans.
25.
That hits.
Wow. 25 damage.
Okay. So this time, when the little needle sharp dart of ice embeds into this dude's chest, icicles begin to grow across him. And you see him begin to freeze up. His movement slowed. You put an arrow directly in his chest. He's gasping for air, and blood is spitting out of his mouth. And as it comes across the corner of his mouth, it's freezing.
I thought you liked ice cream cones. Sorry.
You can still move, and you.
I thought you just needed to chill out, okay?
Chill out. Yeah, Rachel and I were the same place.
No, I'm good with where I am.
Take a chill pill, cool off.
Speaking of Rachel,
I will try to stealth. Can I stealth behind this wall?
yeah, if you want to step around the wall, you can make a stealth check. See if they forget about you.
Okay. So,
What's your turn?
Rachel?
oh, sorry. I am going to rush at this jabroni here.
At whom? Okay, that
At-
guy. I see you. I got you. I got
This
you covered, wagon.
okay. And I'm going to use, for once, I'm going to use my rapier,
Okay.
which I have hidden in my quarterstaff right here.
Oh, so it's like a walking stick sword. So shoot.
Yeah.
It hits.
Yes. Oh.
So click the word rapier in chat. 7 points.
Gotcha.
Cool. So yeah, you rush forward. He looks at you sort of oddly as you run forward. Stick thinks that there's not much of it, and then there's a click and a flick, and very proficiently and with great deftness and strength, Buster slams this rapier into his arm. You pierce him in the bicep. You feel the blade click against his bone and slip up. It's an unpleasant wound, but he is still alive. The rest of you, seeing this, are mildly shocked that Buster has had a sword hidden in his stick this whole time, and has just now decided to whip it out.
I completely forgot about that.
I thought you were only
Chris, it's your turn.
fire dragon.
Nah. I do acid.
And the guy in front of you is still prone, so you're gonna have advantage on your attack rolls
That
against
explains
him.
so much, Buster.
Thank you. Wait.
I mean, woof.
Woof woof.
You're muted, Chris.
Chris,
Oh,
it's your
me?
turn. Yeah, and the guy in front of you is
Sorry.
prone.
I'm gonna.
So you can make your first attack with advantage. I have a good feeling you're gonna kill him.
Let's see.
I got a feeling
That
that tonight's gonna be his last night.
25 hits. 10 points of damage. So he's drugged down to the ground. Oh wait, you're paralyzed. I need you I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh.
And I need to look how this works. Paralyzed at the end of your turn. So you are unparalyzed, but it's the end of your turn, which makes it the coldest turn. They're asleep. That makes it Zaraj's turn. Try to wail on Finn. Miss.
Nice.
Miss.
Yay!
Miss. Holy shit.
Yay!
You guys have always seen Finn as this weird sort of spooky dude who like vanishes behind wagons and climbs in. He's quick and he's nimble, but in this moment, seeing him clash with Zaraj dwarfs him. Like there are moments when they're fighting when he disappears behind Zaraj, but you hear the clang of their steel and the impact of their swords together, and realize that Finn is, despite he's not a big dude, but he's quick.
He's just
And
moving
he's-
with finesse.
Yeah, he's quick and He seems surprisingly strong. He's actively parrying Zaraj's blows away. Which makes it these cultists' turn. The other one is going to cast this. 6 is not going to hit, and then another one's going to try to wail on. 19 to hit, Chris.
Oh.
Yeah, that hits.
7 points of damage, and then it will also Sacred Flame you. I need you to make a dex save. I actually need to make 2 dex saves.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Bless you an additional time.
What a cute sneeze.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry, I wasn't muted.
she's cute all over.
Aw.
Aww.
That's what the Q stands for in qzisu.
Aw.
You take
bad. Oh, those were
you
both
take
bad.
7 points of fire of radiant damage.
Just
So
7?
yeah, just 7.
Total?
7 total.
Okay.
So they both summon up these fiery whips. They lash at you, Chris. You turn and parry them away with your swords, but your swords get tied up, and the 2 flame gouts of black fire appear and smash across your chest. Kellerick, the dog.
Yeep. Get him.
Tactics!
Yeah, the imp is there.
I know.
24 hits.
I thought as much.
I mean, just barely. Okay, see, there's another heart. I need wisdom saving throw, Kelrick.
Okay.
Oh wait, you're dog form, not
Woo!
you're fine. Never mind. You rip this dude down to the ground, bite out his grab a hold of his foot, pull him about. He sweeps off of his feet, and you guys just see Kelrick pounce on top of him, and then there's just a horrifying gout of blood. As the gray-brown dog, the little fuzzy, well, he's pretty big. He's like massive size, but like blood just sprays across his fur.
Nice.
Which makes it Curtis's turn. So Curtis, you whisper in this dude's ear or drop his face. He dies, and you turn and look, and there's just blood and dead people all over the place. And you can see Zaraj and Finn trading blows back and forth.
Yeah, I'm gonna swoosh over to this.
Okay, the other sleeping dude. And same thing.
Give him another good dream.
Go nighty night.
Being charmed.
Night.
Wisdom saving. I got an 11.
Aw.
Same thing. Foam in the mouth, blood out of the nose, and the body just collapses out of your hand.
It's a horror film.
Yeah, there's something about the not casualty is in the sense that how casually Curtis is doing this that is a little horrifying, because he's just going up to sleeping people and whispering something silently. You don't actually have to move up to them. This range 60 feet.
Okay.
But I like the idea that you're doing it physically. Like you're going up and picking up their head and
Like
just
right in their
gently
ear.
whispering in the ears of people he's put to sleep. And then they're just seizing and dying.
Mm.
And he just puts them down gently as they do so.
Wow.
Layla.
Oh,
It's so fucking metal.
That is horrifying. Also,
Nice.
I am
That'll be
just.
fine.
I'm still pretty pissed.
What Dream Eater looks like.
Gonna bonus action spiritual weapon on Zaraj again. This is like the worst. Can I? No, never mind.
Doesn't hit.
Probably better.
I'd like to guiding bolt, but I'd also like to use my inspiration.
Okay. On Zaraj?
Yes.
Okay.
Second level, please.
Go for it. 25 does hit.
Okay.
And I believe that means the next attack against advantage. 11 points of damage. Okay.
Damn it.
So
That's sad.
another gout of a ray of pink off-colored light slams down into Zaraj. He back angrily. The next attack against Zaraj has advantage. The next attack against Zaraj is going to come from Finn.
Yay!
1d26. 2, so that figure out. Oh fuck! I rolled double 8s. 12. So his first attack misses, unfortunately. Second attack, 18 hits. Third attack misses. So he will get 1, 6, 5, 16. Okay, so shockingly to the dungeon master, Finn is getting the upper hand in this fight.
Wow.
He seems to be outpacing. It's 2 swords versus 1, and Zaraj has no. So it's the attacks. It's a barrage of
No
attacks,
shield.
quick and fast. Finn is in and out, and Zaraj is having a hard time keeping pace, although seeming to be physically superior. Joyden.
Awesome. Now that that one's dead, I will attack Siraj again. Where's my character sheet? Ah, there it is. 16.
16 against Zaraj does not hit. Another icicle just smashes the back of it.
Sorry, I have no help. And then I duck away.
You go back around the corner. Okay. Buster.
All right. So like after I use the knife part of my quarterstaff, I'm gonna use the staff part of the quarterstaff.
Trying to whack this dude. Yeah. So one hand has a rapier, the other hand has the sheath, and you're trying to bash this dude with the sheath.
All right.
Don't forget about your buddy this turn.
Oh yeah, Globby.
So, yeah, go ahead and do your thing. An 11 does not hit. He's this time sort of figuring out what you're doing. Knocks the quarterstaff to the side. Knife.
Well, I want to have Globby try to stab somebody with his stinger.
Okay. He's gonna go after Zaraj. The 15 doesn't hit, unfortunately.
Oh man, Zaraj is a fucker.
I'll explain it after the fight. Chris.
Me. I'm gonna. So is this guy dead? Did he die or?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's an unconscious guy in the corner, off near the thing that the Black Viper killed. There's a dude directly in front of Buster, and then there's Zaraj.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
I've got a quarter.
Well,
You can let.
you guys can handle that, dude. I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go mess with this guy.
The cultist takes an attack of opportunity.
Oh, can I not have just?
I mean, like
straight
honestly,
over
you're gonna be fine.
Mm.
Yeah, you like as you go over, like you dart past him, and as you dart past him, just smack the blade. Like you use the basket hilt on your rapier to punch his dagger. It's not even a real parry.
I'm just like, nah.
You're just like, nah, dog.
No.
I ain't about that life.
I'm just gonna do a little stabby. I'm just gonna do some stabbing, some light stabbing.
Just on the side, occasionally.
I'm gonna try anyways, and then I don't think any of those hit.
No, despite being engaged with Finn, Zaraj is quick, and parries your blows off fast.
So
He's a very capable sword.
I'm gonna action surge, and then I'm gonna do some more stabbing.
Okay.
Maybe.
Nope.
Maybe not. Oh,
22 hits.
Hey.
Go ahead and roll damage and
Dang.
let me know if you want to throw some stank on it.
Yeah, and I'll do.
Stank.
That's what he's gonna
Some stonk.
when she does her special stuff. Strength save?
Yeah.
He's good at these. I got a natural 1.
Cool.
Yay!
So Chris comes up and Zaraj parries your blows off quickly, Chris, and there's a moment of like frustration where you're like, no, I'm better than you. I'm a goddamn dragon. And there's another pair of quick strikes One of them is almost a feint. He parries that off as well. But Finn, sort of picking at what you're doing, shoulders into Zaraj, and you hook your blade behind Zaraj's boot, where he's a little less armored, and rake it across the back of his like Achilles tendon, pulling towards you with the motion, and you flip him up off of his feet.
Nice.
Which makes it this guy's turn. He's asleep, which makes it, unfortunately, Zaraj's turn. He's gonna stand. And realizing that Chris is going to be a problem, he turns to you, Chris.
Uh-oh.
So first attack, 10. Second
Nope.
attack, a 9. Jesus,
Nope.
fuck, he cannot roll for shit. Third attack is a 19.
Ah, that hits.
18 points of damage.
Oh, ow.
So he just heavy, like strong mashing blows come in. They're not organized. They're not well thought out. He seems to go blind rage. You parry several of them off with no problem. One of them, it's not that you're not ready for it and not parry it. It's the strength of the blow. When it impacts in, it rakes your sword to the side, and he actually manages to cut across you, a big swath cut out of your arm.
Oh, I'm gonna parry that.
Okay. So you take 8 plus your dex modifier less.
Yeah.
I also, upon seeing the blow, the impact of Zaraj's blow, everybody within 30 feet of him, which is everybody, needs to make
Nothing.
a DC 13 Wisdom saving throw.
Oh.
And I will roll for Finn.
I'm not within 30 feet of him.
30 feet.
I'm not within 30 feet of him.
Okay, you're fine then.
And neither is Jordan.
Okay, you're fine then. Wisdom is plus 3. Alright. Come on. No, Finn fails.
Oh no.
Anybody who gets lower than a 13 becomes frightened of him for 1 minute.
Bye, Finn.
Kill this other cultist.
So you just feel Finn go. You just hear Finn go. Fuck. I need Curtis and Buster saving throws.
For
Wisdom.
Okay.
An 11 fails, so Curtis, you were frightened of him. And then I need Buster's.
Damn.
Skirt. 12 fails, so the 3 of you can only use action away from him. You have to run away from him, basically.
All right.
Because you suddenly realize that he's very capable of killing. Which makes it this one remaining fanatic's turn. He's going to use his spiritual weapon against Curtis.
There he is.
So Curtis,
I saw what you did to my friends.
a 5 will not hit you, and then he stab at you with a dagger. Natural 20 for a grand total of 4 points of damage.
How much?
4.
Oh.
So the fire whip flashes at it, you duck under it, and the cultist takes that moment, and leaps forward and rakes the dagger. It catches you across the clavicle. It opens a nasty wound, but it doesn't actually bite or find purchase. Kelrick, you're a dog.
Woof. Okay, I have a weird idea, and it may or may not work, and I'm sorry if it fails, but is it possible for me to, like... I'm not trying to knock him prone. I just want to jump on Zaraj's back.
Yeah, I mean it wouldn't have any mechanical.
It will if I do the next thing, which is I'm gonna turn out from being a dog, and I'm overburdened with money, and I weigh a lot.
Make an athletics check, I guess, because you're basically trying to grapple him.
Grappling him with money.
Yeah, let's see if it works. Probably not.
I mean, it's a fun try. Do I use dog or Kelrick stats for that?
Dog.
Okay, and that's a strength.
Athletics. Yeah. I mean, I got a 25. I mean, that's the thing. Zaraj is stupid strong.
That's true.
That's his one like thing.
Okay, I'm gonna just.
I mean, you've already
if
said
it's
what
at
you're gonna
20.
do,
No,
so-
I know. I'm saying if it's a 25, there's no point because even if I roll a nat 20, the most I can get is.
Well, if you roll a nat 20, I might give it to you. Nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
no.
you did. So you leap up onto his back and just sort of rake at the armor, fall down behind him. You don't get.
Alright. I don't turn back then because if I fail to do that, then there's no point.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It was
Curtis.
a cool idea. It also would have been
You
funny
know
as
what
hell if
time
it
it is.
worked.
Against the conscious guy right here, or against?
The one that's asleep.
Okay.
You know what it is.
Oh fuck! This guy passed.
Ah! Yay.
So he
Oh,
takes half damage, I think, for Dissonant Whispers, which means he takes 7, which means he wakes up and has a seizure, and blood runs out of his nose and eyes, but he's awake and he's just flopping around on the ground by horrifying agony.
I don't know if I can help him.
This time, yeah, from a distance, you just
Oh,
whisper.
do I come
he's-
back because I'm frightened?
You do have to run away from Zaraj, yeah. But you can still use your action. Layla,
Oh god. Okay.
you knock me on my feet.
Later. I think I used a second level spell slot last turn, right?
Oh, I should have. Wait, I should have rolled with advantage. I forgot I still have stuff active. Which is
It's
plus 'cause-
technically a strength check, yeah.
Do you
So
want
you
me
can
to do
go?
it that
Yeah,
way?
yeah. Go ahead and do it again.
Sorry. It is-
Mechanically, it's up to this point. It's not gonna have made a difference.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, same result. So Layla.
Also, I forgot 4 points of extra radiant damage last turn.
I don't even remember who you attacked. Was it Zaraj?
Yeah, it was Raj.
Oh.
Okay. I mean, he's fucking fine.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of.
He still has more hit points than Fen.
Yeah. Yeah, hold on. Okay. So I'm going to use my spiritual weapon on him again.
Okay.
That's all I got.
Nope.
God damn it.
He's shockingly quick for a giant man, or a half orc.
Yeah. And then I guess who is near Chris?
Yeah.
What kind of armor you got on?
My AC is 17.
Okay. Okay.
That's pretty good armor.
That's pretty good armor.
That's pretty good.
I guess I'm just gonna do I'm gonna move forward and do Word of
That is nice.
Radiance, I think.
I don't know what that does or how long it takes.
It's instantaneous.
California.
One action. I can do it. Range of 5. You utter a divine word and burning radiance erupts from you.
Each creature of your choice that can see you within a Constitution saving. Okay, con save from Zaraj. The cult is on the ground. Cult is on the ground. Can you go and roll damage?
Yeah. Can I move here and do that?
Okay.
Yeah, cult is on the ground is dead
Okay.
because he had 2 hit points left, and there's no way you roll less than 2.
That's the
Radiant plus my. Okay, so slash roll 1d6, and then plus 4 to that. So
This
8.
guy has advantage. He got a 50. Is it half damage on a successful save? No.
No.
So he takes nothing. Zaraj.
He has to beat a 15.
Yeah, I got a 15.
Okay.
Zaraj got a 12, so he will take it. But the dude on the ground who is having a stops having. That's good news for him. But he stops having a seizure because he's dead.
They take 8 points of damage. Should you take?
Yeah, I did it.
That? Okay.
Yeah. One guy passes. He grips his holy symbol and mutters something in abyssal and is fine. The other one that's having a seizure on the ground, the seizure just stops as the radiant like ripples off of you like a small explosion. Zaraj is pushed forward into Finn, and Finn uses that moment to slash at him with his double blades. One attack. Hits. Second attack. Misses. Third attack. Misses. He
Very
gets
good.
one of these
Ground
plus
beef.
another one. 9, 13. Okay. So, oh my god, I am so fucking surprised. Joyden. Jordan keeps dropping out of chat.
Oh.
Buster.
Buster, it's your turn.
It is?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
over here.
Sir, whichever you prefer.
Skip, I kill everybody.
Okay, sorry, I was getting a burrito.
Burritos are important.
Okay, so let's see. The first quarterstaff attack didn't work, so I tried again.
Okay. Seems like a good idea. It's the
Yes,
definition of
it's-
insanity.
If at first you don't succeed, try again.
Yes, it is in my character.
Yeah, it's literally written on your character sheet. 15 will hit
We'll try again for wall chicken.
Yes.
for, I think, you're two-handed. For some reason, it didn't add your strength modifier,
Really?
so it should be 9 points.
Oh,
So you
fuck.
dunk, wrap this guy on the head. He reaches back in pain. A bit of blood begins spewing down his head. I don't know if you guys have you ever cut yourself on your head, like up here? I know Kat has once.
Yep.
It bleeds so much. Like a little
yeah.
scratch on your head, it's just so much blood. And
Mm-hmm.
so this dude just has blood pouring down his face now.
Does he have Spider-Man face?
Yes. Chris, I don't know what that means.
Blood all over, but like webbed out.
Yeah, drink out of that fancy flask we got. I got you a shot glass if you want to measure. Chris.
I'm gonna.
Joyden, can you hear us yet? Nope. Okay.
That's not hot, but that's okay.
4 plus 4, you get 8.
Yeah. So that's 7. And then I'm gonna do a little.
A little kill stabs?
Yeah, a little stabby.
A little kill stabbing?
Just a little one.
Does it hit?
An 18 does hit.
Ooh.
For 8 points, do you want to do something to him?
No, I'm holding on to my point.
Okay. These guys are all dead, which makes it Zaraj's turn. He's going to continue trying.
Hold on.
Hey,
I'm
Jordan,
back.
you're back. Take your turn.
Awesome.
Yay!
So who's still alive? I've been gone for like a while. I hear you in and out. I've heard y'all in and out. So I miss Chris.
Most people are dead. The only people alive are one cult.
We have one
only
live
people alive are who?
cultist.
One cultist
asshole.
or Jiraj.
Okay, cool. I'll attack the cultist.
Go for it. He's in melee with
fine.
your buddy. So.
Awesome. I just need to open up my character sheet. My internet is really running slow. Like I don't know what's going on. Like I can barely load roll 20. So yeah. But yeah, once I get my character sheet open, I will roll and see if this guy dies. Which could be any minute now.
Can you roll for it, Chase? Is that a thing that can happen?
It's not coming up. I got refresh. It's like edit.
I got you,
Oh,
dog.
I could have just done this here.
Who are you, Jordan? Hang on. Character sheet. You're gonna shoot with frostbite. You got a 12 to hit against the cultist. Doesn't hit. Zaraj is gonna take his turn against Chris.
Wait. No, you're right. Yeah, 12.
First attack.
Alright.
Miss. Jesus, Zaraj. Fucking get your shit together. 17 to hit, Chris?
That is my AC.
Okay, 11 points of damage. Last attack. 23 to hit.
Yeah.
7 points of damage.
Okay.
He rolled really low on damage that time.
Well, I would be dead if he didn't, I think.
So another 2, and again, he's not the swordsman you are. Just he's so fucking weird, strong that when you go to parry the blows, when you go to dodge out of the way, the impact is just more than you expect. But you plant your feet and begin to adjust and think ahead for the next round of attacks.
Oh, I think I'm gonna
You wanna-
parry that.
Okay, go for it. The 11 damage one.
Oh.
Either one. You can
Or-
just
Yeah, either
yeah.
one.
Okay, so you just
What's my dex
gain those
on?
hit
I
points back.
was
The
8.
cult fanatic, the whip whips at Buster.
Ah,
7, and then he tries to stab Buster.
I like how we're having this whole fight with gold, so it's
Uh,
probably just constant chinking.
6 points of damage, Buster. Kelrick.
What?
It says, I just realized that your name on your dog
Mhm.
character sheet is fucking spelled wrong.
did you say 6
It's
points
okay.
of damage?
Yes.
Okay.
Tactics!
I like how it's a one word. Pactics.
Yep. Woo!
Fixed it. 23 hits.
Good.
8 points of damage.
Right in the ankles.
And he needs to make a strength save.
Chicken.
This is the thing, one of the
Pretty
things he's
nice.
good at. 23.
Yeah, I think that passes.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
So you bite onto him, you begin pulling his leg to the side, but you just and turn away, and he holds his feet.
I just do that weird things dogs do where they like gnaw. You just like,
Yeah. I mean, you bite his leg, blood fills your mouth, like
Chew that
you're
pant
doing
leg.
damage.
Chew it.
Curtis.
No time it is.
Okay. It's just against whom?
This guy?
The cult fanatic that's still alive?
Yeah.
Okay.
This guy's getting wrecked.
Better be.
13, which fails. 6 points of damage. He's
Oh,
still
yeah.
alive. Though a bit of foam does begin to. He does. Like the strange whispers.
He gets a nosebleed.
Yep. Layla.
Okay, here we go. Swear to God, Lipstick, if you don't hit this ugly man that's sitting
y'all hear me
there,
Mm.
I'm gonna put you
she's gonna
back.
She's gonna change colors. She's gonna go from pink to red.
Does not a hit.
It changes
Oh.
to red.
I can do that.
And then
I think I might be able to do that. Hang on.
I would like to.
Not aura. Tint color. Pink. There. Now it's pink.
Okay, I would like to.
Super pink.
Sacred Flame Ziraj then.
Okay.
Sacred Flame him.
15 doesn't hit. Yeah. He's.
No, he has to make a dex save.
Oh, I'm sorry. Dex save.
Mm-hmm.
He's good at these.
Yeah, I know.
16.
Yeah, that
Barely.
passes.
Finn. Good lord. Okay, first attack. Hits. Second attack. Misses. Third attack. Misses. So 2, 1. 9 points of damage to Ziraj. Joyden.
Because it's easy and I can.
I can't tell the difference in the colors.
One is much redder than the other.
I'm colorblind.
That is why I'm telling you.
Joyden apparently still has audio issues. Curtis or Buster.
All right.
Burton Custard.
Is Jordan just like tuning out and they're going, oh yeah, right.
So since I took a long rest while our friend was talking, does that mean?
Dwarves.
Yeah.
Your spell slots? Yeah.
Yeah,
Your
but
spells
also,
reset. Yeah.
so I can do my acid attack.
Yes.
Oh. Well then, I would like to grab this guy by the face, and like blast some.
Are you just gonna vomit right in his? Like you're just gonna grab him and like, "Blah!" the hot blood right in his face.
Yes.
You know what? Just roll damage. It's too good. I'm not even gonna make a saving throw.
Oh my god. Okay.
It's too fucking badass. Ooh, echo.
Jordan.
Who?
Uzi.
Jordan? Who? I'm just. Oh damn, the echo's gone. Okay, the gun rolled. Oh, it's back. Let's do it again, Kelric. Who? Damn it, it's gone again.
I'm trying to roll my damage, but
How much damage is it?
2d6.
Hang on. 1, 5, 2, 6, 11.
Yay.
Holy
Damn,
shit.
that's a lot of damage.
Okay. So, Buster, you leap up because you're a little short. Grab him by the front of like the little skulls on the front of his red robe. Rip him down to where he's face level. And he goes to shout. He starts to say something, and as his mouth opens, your mouth opens, and a horrifying stream of hot blood just impacts in his face and fills his mouth and face. His face disappears for a moment, but as the gout of blood suddenly vanishes, all that's left is you're holding like a guy's body with the skull sort of half attached
Oh
to
my
the head.
god.
No.
Is it like the cartoon projectile vomiting?
Yes, but it's blood. And like the head creaks off to the side, and he just let this corpse go onto the. That was too good. I didn't even want to make rules. That was fucking cool.
Thank you. I just had enough of this fucker.
No, it was a great idea. Where you were like, I grab him and I vomit in his face. And yes, you do.
Oh my gosh.
Uzi, if you're here, go ahead and take your turn.
All right, thank you. I'm not here. I'm loading up Roll20. So
Okay, Chris,
yeah.
go ahead and take your turn.
Thank
Okay. I'm gonna. I'm kind of hurt a little bit.
I'm coming for your booty next turn now that that cultist is dead, and I can just walk over there.
I mean, you can
okay.
always disengage.
Yeah,
I'm really worried about it.
I think I might walk away.
I mean, Ziraj is starting to slow down.
Is
When
he?
you walk
Yes.
away.
I mean, I'm reckless enough. It'll be fine. It's
Okay.
fine. You've talked me into it. I'm
Okay.
just gonna stab him.
Oh, both of those hit.
Yay!
12, okay, and then 9. Okay. Do you want to do anything special?
I'm all out of special slots.
Okay, so he's starting to bleeding from dog bite, the sword wounds from you and Finn, and he's starting to go down. The blood loss is getting to him. And he's sort of swaying on his feet. And it slowed him down enough that as you lunge forward with your rapiers, he lazily tries to dodge your parry, but the two blows flick in hard and stab into him. He reels back in pain as now he has 2 new wounds that are beginning to bleed. Coughs a big chunk of like literally like a chunk of something up and spits
Ugh.
it to the side. He looks over at Finn and growls.
Man, he has it out for him.
He's gonna make his last
Wait,
3
no,
attacks.
I'm here. I'm here.
Okay, go
so I can
for
take
it.
my turn. Awesome.
Yes.
Come on, Jordan.
Ziraj is the only thing left alive.
Fuck you, Ziraj. Oh shit.
It doesn't hit. So as I was saying,
Sword's over.
Wait, does he get advantage?
no.
Damn.
Miss against Finn.
Yeah, do I get advantage from pack tactic?
Miss against Finn.
Tactics,
Holy
so no.
shit. Miss. Oh my. Apparently Finn is the world's greatest sword.
Wow.
This guy's dead. Kelric, it's your turn.
Woof! I love
It's a
tactics.
party.
I love tactics so much.
Hits.
Tactic.
Uh,
That's good. Keep that.
He has to make a strength save. 13. So he just passes. You pull him back, his boot comes off. You can see blood has filled it, and it pours out on the ground. But he manages to hold his feet swaying, which makes it Curtis's turn.
Where's the I think I was just going to use the what is it?
I don't know.
Inspiration.
Pretty bardically inspired.
Where's Lila?
Me.
Layla? Okay. It's your bonus action. You don't want to use your.
Nah, I'm just gonna chill out back here, but I believe in you guys.
Curtis, as for whispering to 3 people to death and putting a bunch of people to sleep, looks over at Layla and is like, "I believe in you." And Layla, you're not sure how to react. You're a little like you pee your pants a little. You're a little terrified. And like the idea of like it's not so much that like Curtis has inspired you so much as the idea of letting him down is terrifying at this point.
I just give like a little thumbs up.
And then it's your turn.
You got it.
I turn around,
Very
all
inspiring.
like freaked out, and then I kind of like walk over here to Chris, and I'm like, Chris, please save me. I think he might want to eat my soul. And
I'll do my best.
I'm gonna give
don't
you.
worry about Curtis. Curtis is fine.
I'll give you the cure wounds,
Thanks.
You still have your bonus action.
and I'm gonna use my stupid ass weapon to do stupid ass shit, because it's a stupid.
Bardic Inspiration.
Oh.
Does it hit on an 18?
It does.
Roll one.
It's because you called it stupid. It was like, no, I have to prove it wrong.
Okay.
You can go and roll damage if you want. It does it.
Okay,
Aw.
I'm gonna do this, and then it also takes 4 extra points of damage.
Okay, that's enough to kill him.
And I'm just like,
Yay!
you are ugly.
I think that's the only time it hit him too.
Yes.
And that is it.
The lipstick swipes across the back of it, leaves a big red streak, and Zaraj sort of swoops, falls limp underneath him, and Finn looks down at him, a little shocked. Like Finn looks genuinely surprised and goes, "I'm gonna pretend like none of this happened."
Cool.
And then he like sheathes the swords behind his back, and then just turns around and starts to walk out.
Oh, bye.
Wait, no, wait, hold on. Finn, should we like hide the bodies somewhere? You know?
It's fine. No one's coming down.
He literally like this wide-eyed look like, what the fuck? And he just leaves.
Current lays
Peace
down and
out.
shoes on the shoe.
This is that moment that I'll go back and explain. I, as the dungeon master, looked at this fight and was like, "This is gonna be rough. It's really difficult. I'll put Finn in there for his help." But like, honestly, Zaraj should have kicked the fuck out of Finn. Like, mathematically, he way had the advantage. So Finn is just sheathes his swords and he goes, "I'm gonna pretend like none of this happened," and then he just walks out, like confused and terrified, and just leaves.
Oh, wait. You are an attractive man, and then it gets some health.
He doesn't stop to hear what you say.
Oh, well, he hears something in the background, and then he feels better.
He's just gone.
Because I can see him.
Zoosh.
And that's a good place to stop.
Oh, I wanna.
Yay.
Wow.
Can I, before we stop, can I like take those skull knee pads off of the corpse?
Why couldn't you?
I want them.
I'm gonna ransack Zaraj.
I'm
What's he
gonna
got
make
in
a
his
list.
pockets?
I'm gonna pull together a list.
He has an oversized long.
Dibs.
Oh.
You physically, so Jordan calls dibs, runs up to the longbow and tries to draw it back. You can't draw it.
Oh,
The draw weight is.
I think there's some kind of locking mechanism on this.
Let me
Jordan,
look.
you
Oh my
already
God.
have a cool bow. Let Chris
Really?
have a cool bow.
No, don't be greedy.
I mean, I've got a cool gun.
Put a cool bow.
Let me look at the oversized long. It does 2d6 points of damage plus your dex modifier, but you have to have a strength modifier. You have to have a strength 18 or higher to draw it.
So
Of
Buster.
what?
18 or higher.
Oh yeah, Buster can
Hey,
use it.
hey, Buster, can you unlock
Buster's-
this for me? I think there's a lock on the bow or something.
Buster's not proficient in it, but yeah, he can. Buster can draw the bow. He's just terrible at aiming it.
Hey, Buster, how'd you do that? Like,
He has-
you have to put your finger here and just
He has a falchion, which is a one-handed, or it's a one-handed sword that does a D10 of damage. He has no magical items or artifacts on him, and he never got to use any of his cool shit because he hardly ever hit.
It's easy. All you have to do is, and he just kind of like boing, boing, boing.
I'll take
That's-
the. I'll take the
That's amazing. I don't-
sword.
Okay, it's
It's like
a non-magical.
My fingers are slipping.
That's fine.
It's also heavy. It's not. You can't use your dex modifier. Whatever that thing is.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay. But he doesn't have any potions or anything. He has a pouch of spellcasting components, but they're mostly like strange odds and I mean, Kelric would be the closest one to be able to parse out what they are and what they do. It's like a twig from a weird tree, thorns on it, and a little pouch of ash. So he has some spellcasting components, but like, let me see. He has. I'm trying to look and see what he has. Most of his spells don't work. Visual. He has a pouch of ash. And yeah, the branch with.
Oh, Chase. We
Mhm.
never saw what these guys look like. Do they have cool knee pads also?
No,
Just
they
out of
have.
curiosity.
Do you just want to collect their knee pads?
We can have that.
I
I
don't know.
don't have a handout for them. They look functionally.
Okay.
identical to the other guys. Okay.
Yeah.
They're NPCs.
And they never got to do anything because Curtis immediately put them to sleep and murdered.
Yay.
That was
That's right.
amazing.
That's right. Or Curtis.
Honestly, it was huge.
That was great.
Like that's the first time Curtis has bothered to like. He's sort of been around in combat and done little things here and there, but that's the first time he's bothered to step up and really like.
That's the only time sleeps actually work in my favor.
But you also cast Dissonant Whisper 3 times.
Oh yeah,
People.
3 people with it.
I remembered I
word.
had it.
The rest of the party is going to be mentally scarred just now.
Oh, they'll be fine.
Yikes.
Buster's just over there giving a thumbs up.
Chris
So,
has a newfound respect for Curtis.
Actually, you killed cultists, so she comes up and she's like, "Thanks."
so next week we will
Oh, you're
pick up
welcome, my
with
dear.
you guys being. We'll pick up here with you guys having a fuck ton of money at your disposal. You can decide what we're gonna do with it, and you will also be 5th level.
Yay!
5th level.
I have to say, I'm a little more salty at the the Castellaners now.
Yeah, they kind of screwed us, right?
Yeah, fuck
Too.
curse.
Find out. But you guys go ahead and level up when you get the chance, and let me know if you have any questions about leveling, and I will see you next week.
Sydney and I won't be here.
Oh, what are you guys doing?
Oh,
Uh,
yeah. If we're playing on Friday, we won't.